Hi, I am back with another dating little story. So if you want to go and get yourself a cup of coffee and let's have a little bit of a chinwag. So I got talking to this guy on a dating site. We'd only been talking a couple of days and we exchanged numbers, which I'm starting to think I don't think I should anymore, actually. But I should have been concerned from the outset because he actually lied about his age on his profile. He made himself 4 years younger, which was strange because I was looking thinking, he looks older than me, but he's supposed to be 3 years younger than me. Turns out he was older than me. So that was one thing. The other thing he lied about on his profile was he said that he'd never been married and he said he didn't have children. So let's go into the messages. I have got my computer in front of me in case you're wondering why I'm looking down. It's because I'm going to read you the messages as they happened. Again, I never actually name anybody, but I just think it's important to share dating experiences, especially when that person ends up turning nasty on you and tries to blame things on you as if you're the person who's at fault. Now, let's start. Right, so basically he invited me to a festival. He said he had tickets to go to a festival and he said it was over 3 days, so Friday, Saturday and Sunday. And I said, what do you mean it's Friday, Saturday and Sunday? That would be a very long day. One of those shocked faces. And then he went, it's a 3-night festival, but I have a house 15 minutes away. I'd love you to come for the 3 nights, but if not, then whenever you can make it. The first girl I met on the date site, I took her out to dinner on the Friday and then took her to the Henley Rewind for 3 days and we ended up together for 6 months. I'm like, oh great, lovely. So you make a habit of inviting girls to festivals and then to your house, using that as an excuse. Look what a great first date this would be. So I responded, I'm afraid I wouldn't be comfortable doing that because I don't know you and I'm not really one to rush things with a guy. I'm like, yeah, not good. Pretty much saying, yeah, you can stay at my house for a first date. That doesn't go down well with me, I'm afraid. Oh, that's fair enough, and I totally understand, was his response. So how would you feel? What would you think of that if a guy was offering to take you to a festival, but then slips in there, you can stay at my house for 3 days? Anyway, he then wrote again, I didn't mean it like that, just for the record. Maybe we could meet up well before the weekend. Probably realising what he said by this point. Right, so after that little thing, which kind of got my back up a bit, inviting me to his house for 3 days, which made me really uncomfortable. The next thing that happened was he said, oh, so how was your daughter? I never said anything to him about my daughter, and I kind of presumed he'd maybe seen my Facebook profile. On the dating site, I put unspecified for children because I don't want to highlight it, not because I'm embarrassed of my daughter, I absolutely adore my daughter, but because I'm just worried of who you may attract and that there might be certain guys who are looking for women with children, if you know where I'm going. So that's always a worry and concern of mine with the dating situation. But I'd never say no to that question, children, because then I'm lying. Anyway, he had said no. Then it turns out, through talking about my daughter, that he had 2 children, both very young in ages. He never married the woman that he'd had the 2 children with. So by this point I was quite concerned because I made no secret of the fact that I'm looking to settle down, get married and have children. So I asked him the question, so what are you looking for in the future? And this is what he said. Well, not really wanting more kids if I'm honest, but you never know what could happen. I'm looking to meet someone who wants to get to know me, develop a relationship and hopefully live happily ever after. I'm not looking for a mother for my boys as they've got one. If that person wants to get involved in their life with me, then great. If not, then they don't have to. I would never put pressure on anyone to get involved with my children. I guess I'm being a big girl, but I want the fairy tale. And I went, well, I hope you find that, because I don't really want to go down the dating route with somebody who's not really wanting more children, because I know for definite that I do. So that's why I said, well, I hope you find that. Then he went, not with you, maybe. And I went, I want more children, and that's a deal breaker for me, I'm afraid. So I'm making my intentions very, very clear. because I don't believe in wasting people's time. And he went, what I said was that at the moment I wouldn't want any more, but I also said you never know when things could change. If I was happy and settled with someone and I knew they loved me and we were going to be together indefinitely, then I'd love more children. All I meant was at this moment in time I wouldn't want any more children in my position. Does that make sense? And in my head I'm feeling like, I think he's just telling me what I want to hear so he can go on a date with me. So I wrote, yes, I understand everything you wrote. Right, so in the response to me saying, yes, I understand everything you wrote, he then said, if I had a wish, it would be to meet someone, fall in love, get married, have a family and live happily ever after. There's no reason why that can't be reality, but finding the right person is ridiculously difficult. Sometimes there comes a point where you either give up or think to yourself you're never going to find the right person. It can be very frustrating, but what I said above is what I really want. I apologise for not making myself clear before. And I went, I understand. Because at this point I'm thinking, hang on, you had 2 children with your previous partner, but you never got married to her. But you went on to have a second child. So now you're saying you want to get married, fall in love and all this fairy tale, and bells are starting to ring. It's almost like I am at this point thinking he's just trying to tell me what I want. And I know people who have got with somebody and they've said, yeah, I'll consider having more children down the line. They get married and he's like, no, sorry, I don't want children. You know, so you've got to, in the back of your mind, you have to remember people tell you what you want to hear, and it's trying to learn, and you've got to trust your instincts. And if you're suspicious, go with that. I've always said, people say, should you follow your heart or your head? And I would always say, you follow your head. If your heart and your head are saying the same thing and match, then you know it's right. But you should always follow your head, I think. Always listen to that, the skepticism. So I understand. So he's going, how do you feel about meeting a drink? And I said, yes, we can do that sometime soon. I'm trying to keep it casual because at this point I'm like, I'm really not sure I do want to meet you. So that's kind of how I feel. Then I kind of made that decision that no, he's not going to be for me. I don't trust him. At this point I'd found out I clicked on his profile again and realised that he'd lied about his age, he'd lied about the children issue, and I'm thinking, this isn't somebody I don't think I can trust. And that's a massive thing for me. So this is where it gets nasty, because of course, hi, hope you're okay. I've decided that I don't think we'd be a suitable match, but I wish you luck in your search for happiness. Here we go. Lol, whatever, your loss. Here comes the attitude. And I went, nice to know you're mature. I should just say, after the lol, laugh out loud, whatever, your loss, he blocked me. But I still wrote back, and then he unblocked me. And he went, just for the record, at your age, I don't fancy your chances of finding a guy in his 40s. Who said I was looking for someone in my 40s? Who wants kids? But good luck anyway. As I said, this is totally your loss. And then he blocked me again, and I was like, you are nasty. So I blocked him as well, because I really have absolutely no care about individuals like this. You know, if somebody's telling you, I really don't feel we're a good match, then you just walk away. You hold your head up high, and you may think, well, that's your loss. But at the end of the day, you walk away and just say, okay, fine, okay, I respect your decision. You have to respect people in the dating game. But laugh out loud, whatever, your loss. Yeah, not my loss at all. And to actually sling mud and actually say, just for the record, at your age, yeah, I'm younger than you, mister. I don't fancy a chance of finding a guy in his 40s who wants kids, but good luck anyway. In his 40s? Who says I'm looking for a guy in his 40s? I get plenty of interest from guys in their early 20s and mid-20s and early 30s. But good luck anyway. As I said, this is totally your loss. I've really realised this isn't totally my loss, and actually it's my gain, because I've not wasted my time in buying a new outfit to go on a date, doing my hair, the stress of going on a date, and to meet somebody like you who's actually deceitful, a liar, not honest, and throws insults about somebody's age and wanting children. Here again is that issue about children at my age. What is it with guys who have to go below the belt and really sling the mud in that area? So yeah, another dating experience, again negative. And you know how many, this is why I don't go on many dates, because I cannot be bothered. I kind of really like to get a feel for somebody online, because these conversations are so telling. And I know, even just by that end response, he does not want children. So him saying he wants the fairy tale, it's just rubbish. He doesn't want more children, and his profile actually said that as well. It actually said he didn't want children and said no. In that box where it asks you if you want children, he actually said no. So he is a liar, nasty piece of work, and this is what we have to put up with. But you know, I keep hopeful that I will find Mr. Right. But you know, let me know what you think. What do you think of this guy? Total loser? I think so. Let me know if you've had similar experiences, and I will see you soon. Bye.